Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your day, guys. Thank you. There's over 6,500 of you, so I might get to 7,000 by the end of May. Thank you guys. That means so much to me. I really appreciate it. And please, those of you that aren't subscribed, please give me a shot. If you don't like me, you can unsubscribe. We are not a cult. We do not keep you here if you don't want to be here, but we sure like if you are. We have a great community here. I'm only one of almost 6,500, so I'm very proud to be part of this community, and I appreciate it. And I certainly hope that I give you some food for thought or something that you can carry with you as the day goes, and hopefully I give you something more positive than I take away. That being said, Baby Reindeer, you guys have made me, or given me, another guilty pleasure, another guilty addiction. Baby Reindeer, guys. So you guys have really hit me up on this one. And here's the thing. A lot of the people in the UK really don't know what I'm talking about. And then some of you do. So real quick, it's a Netflix limited series. And it's a true story. So here it is. Richard Gadd is a comedian. And supposedly, in his life, he's had some trauma. We've all had horrible trauma. He has had much more horrible trauma than I've had. And he also has had, that being said, meaning his trauma has been extreme. He also has acquired this stan. Thank you, Eminem. It is a harassing, terrible stalking relationship that really makes him crazy. And it's on the brink of mental breakdowns and most certainly criminal behavior. It's gone beyond that. If it's true. If it's true. And here's the thing. When I was watching the Piers Morgan interview, there were things about it I said, man, Netflix is going to be effed. But somebody found this woman, the Martha. So the person stalking Richard Gadd, this comedian, is named Martha. Well, in real life, her name is Fiona. In the series, her name is Martha, his name is Donnie. In real life, his name is Richard Gadd, her name is Fiona Harvey. Now, we know this because she made herself known, for sure, and said, "It is me," when she went on the Piers Morgan interview. Now, she also could have gotten rid of some Facebook accounts, and people wouldn't have known it was her. I think that part of her wanted us to know it was her, because I think she does have some issues that are very, very questionable. The problem that I have is how much is it true and how much is it isn't true. Because she says she was never arrested and never been convicted of such behavior. And apparently we can't find any information about that. So she's never been arrested. We can't find. She's never been to court for the charges. We can't find that. So that makes us question what else is true. So she gets on Piers Morgan and she's like, yeah, a lot of this isn't true. This is over exaggerated, all this stuff. Not, really so eloquent with language per se, and often gets tied up on things, which I'm going to show you when Piers says, can we bring in a lawyer? There's a lot of gray. I love language. There's a lot of gray in her language, and we're going to see that. But if you find her Facebook account, which she has not shut down, nor has she made private, so it's public. There's two that I found. So Fiona Harvey and Fiona Harvey. And I'm going to show you a video later that also brings this up, that brought this to my attention, that I wanted to show you. So the big thing in this is, when we get people like Nina, the beauty influencer, who is getting threats and nastiness from people that want to support Gypsy Rose, if not Gypsy Rose and or her family herself, who's ever behind these messages that I shared yesterday that Nina has gotten, which is just sickening. It is along the same lines as the behavior that is going on with this crazy fan that thinks she's having this relationship with this actor who she's not. Now, he's not a famous actor, It doesn't, so it's not that it matters. He was kind to her. That's his claim. He was kind to her and got her a cup of tea or a Diet Coke, and it was for free. And he said that cost him so much because that was what happened. He was kind to somebody who apparently had never really been treated kindly before. So that puts us in such a dilemma of, should we treat each other kindly? And, how much of them do we take from ourselves to continue to be kind? Like, why are we putting our own wants and needs on the back burner to make this person feel more comfortable and kind in our world? Why do we do that? So we have to establish these boundaries. And when people cross the boundaries, we have to call them out on it. Yes? Yes? So I would think that behaviors that we see even when I'm writing stuff about Aaron, and I haven't gotten any in a while, but I would get these really nasty messages back, and it's like, listen, don't hate me because I have a difference of opinion, for something you have a difference of opinion on. And you probably know him as well as I know him. So do you see how weird and how unhealthy that is? So do you see it when we see it on television in somebody else? The person that threatened and wrote all those racial slurs and the nastiness that went to Nina, the beauty influencer, or when they were talking about Fancy and all that crap that was none of anybody's business and wasn't even true according to Fancy, which, I believe Fancy. So when do we say that behavior is uncalled for, unnecessary, on the verge of criminal, it's slanderous, libel? When do we start holding people accountable? And can we see it when we see it in something else, when we see it in a television show or something? So let's break down some of this stuff and talk about it, okay? Hang on.
I've got a photographic memory. I know people with 4 or 6 emails addressed.
Was it 4 or 6?
I can't remember.
And your position is that it's just not factual.
It's a work of fiction. It's a work of hyperbole.
You first met him, the show shows you coming in to a London pub, you just named the pub, and he's working behind the bar, Richard Gadd, and he offers you a cup of tea. Is that what happened?
No, that's not correct. He didn't offer me a cup of tea. Nobody gets anything free from the Holy Arms. I'm diabetic, so very hungry. So that's.
And did you talk to him?
He interrupted the conversation. There was another barman there, and he said, "Oh, you're Scottish," and basically commandeered the conversation. I was talking to somebody. It's pretty rude to interrupt. So he seemed to be obsessed with me from that moment onwards.
I mean, it says in the show that you proceeded to return to the same pub time and again, but you never paid for a drink.
I don't drink alcohol. And
did you pay for anything that you had?
Lemonade or soft drinks.
Would he give you free drinks? Or?
No, absolutely not. This is sort of a depiction of me as a pauper who wouldn't stand around or stand a drink. It's nonsense.
Is it true that you caught Richard Gadd looking through your window after he followed you home one
False.
night?
False.
You never saw him at your house?
I didn't see him at my house. I think it would be impossible to look through a window.
So guys, do you clearly see that maybe Fiona Harvey might be very well close to, if not identical, to the Martha character? Because it's the same person. My problem with Fiona Harvey is that she lies. Those Facebook pages have been around since 2021. She's been in them. That's who it is. She just isn't telling the truth. Guys, we're going to get into this interview and we're going to debunk everything that she says because there's no truth in it. The only thing we can't find is if she's been arrested before. So unless it's been under a different name, I don't know that happened. All right, guys, tell me what you think. Baby Reindeer. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Don't forget, be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind. Always be yourself. Thanks, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate it.